Alright guys, so today I want to talk about this device. It's the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. It's a Android phone with a really cool form factor. It's got the screen on the outside, and it's actually a touch screen. You can put apps here, super cool. I love that, so you don't actually have to open the phone at all to get like the time, or you'll get your message notifications here, but you can open it, and it is, a full Android phone. Pretty sweet. I bought this phone for about $200, I think. It was a refurbished good unit from Amazon, so you can see there is some slight cosmetic damage on the outside screen. Other than that, I don't think it has any issues. Maybe a little wear and tear here, but still certainly functional. And I love this thing. I love the form factor. It's super small. You can see it's actually smaller than my wallet, which I think is super cool in every direction. So I use this as my extra phone while I'm traveling, but for the purpose of this video, we are going to, of course, look at its gaming potential. I think the form factor is really cool. It kind of reminds me of like a Gameboy SP, you know, how it's got the kind of clamshell thing going on, but it's a lot more powerful than a Gameboy SP. So we're gonna go ahead and look at some emulators on here and see what this thing can do. So I don't wanna spend a whole lot of time on low powered stuff, but obviously this can handle Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. I think that's a great use for this device. You can flip it out, again, kind of like a Game Boy SP. Pretty easy to pop this out and just bang out a few minutes on Pokemon or something. Certainly powerful enough to fast forward through all the battles. Basically, if you're looking for a phone that you can just play some basic retro games on, I think this is a great phone for that. The form factor really just, I mean, it's so cool, right? And you can just close it right up. But I would say even more cool is this device is more than capable of playing GameCube games. I've played quite a bit of Double Dash on here. I think you can totally play just like this. I think you can totally play just like this with the controls on the screen and the game kind of playing on the top half right here. Again, the form factor, I just love it so much. And it's a little finicky. I'm personally not too big of a fan of the on-screen controls things. The touch controls just don't feel very responsive to me. But again, this is okay for a few minute game session every now and then if you want to just play a quick Mario Kart race or something. I think this works all right. And the game is clearly running, full speed. The other option, of course, is to flip the screen horizontal like this. Gets a little bit more screen real estate for the actual game. You do lose that cool, like, Game Boy Advance SP form factor style, but this is good if you want to see the game a little bit more. I also think this is the way to go, obviously, if you want to connect a Bluetooth controller to this and play games with an actual controller. Why not take advantage of the larger screen size, since you're probably not going to be actually holding the phone. And this is definitely how I prefer to play PS2 games on here as well. I think this, just runs really nicely, plays really nicely. This is currently only at a 1x resolution, but I feel like you could probably push this up to 2 or 3x. But at 1x runs and looks pretty phenomenal. I generally have been playing PS2 in the widescreen because I like to use a Bluetooth controller, but in a pinch, this certainly works as well. And again, you can just close it right up and you got something that's super tiny, goes right in your pocket, super powerful. I think this is a really interesting device for gaming. As I said, at the like $200 to $250 price point, it's really not that much more expensive than a lot of kind of retro gaming devices, and it's quite a bit smaller, is also a phone, and runs Android. So I think this is a pretty interesting device. I want to make a video just to show off some of the stuff I've done with it and to maybe generate some conversation. So if you have anything to say about this device, anything you want me to try out, or anything you've done on this yourself, let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.